Hi loves, welcome to my channel. This Mama Loves Crafty Cuteness. So I'm gonna say real quick, bear with me because I've never did this before. Okay, so I had picked up these boxes from Dollar Tree, and they're just the little boxes where you can put like Hot Wheels or what is it, the Matchbox cars or any little trinkets inside here. And I thought these would be so cute to gift little cute items. You can use it for Christmas, you can use it for, you know, any holiday, a birthday, whatever you wanted to fill this up with. Okay, so the pieces that you are going to need to make this album, okay? So first of all, you're going to have your front cover, okay? And this is your front cover, okay? You want to put, if you're going to do something with the pattern paper, you want to put it downward, okay? So your pattern paper is going to go downward. And this is your measurements right there for your pattern paper, right there, okay? And then you have your back cover, which I just used a solid. And here are your measurements for your back cover right there. And where you would score. All right. So those are two pieces that you need. Then I also have a piece that I put on the inside right here. And you know, this piece right here, let me tell you what the size of it is to make sure. So don't even look at that because I just wrote it on a different piece of paper because I didn't think you could see the black. Okay, so this front piece is going to be 6 3/4 wide by 7.5. Okay, so you just want to put a background on this piece of paper. If you decide to use double-sided paper, you won't have to worry about it. Okay, then you are going to need a back piece of paper. This is going to be the back. This is going to go for your back cover right here. All right, and then you're going to need another piece for your front cover that's going to go right here, and this is the measurements right there. Okay, and then you're going to need a little piece, and this piece right here is going to be your closure, and there are your measurements for your closure. And you can round the corners on the left-hand side. Well, on this side. And I didn't measure this right here. Let's see what it is. This little tiny piece that's on here. Okay, it's going to be 3 3/8 by, it's showing 15 16ths. Okay. So that's what that little piece would be. So I'm going to put that right here. Okay. If you decide that you want to you do want a pocket for it. So say you have this flipped over and you decide you want a pocket for it. This was just a little pocket that I made, and this is the measurement for the pocket. And I did just go around the edges of it to take some of the heaviness out and plus make sure that it folds well. And then I did just get some of my scissors, my scallop scissors, and just went across the top. You don't necessarily have to do that, but this is what this will look like right here. It's just going to be a little pocket like that, and then you can slip something into it, okay? And then I have a binding piece in the center strip, and you can either do 2 of these or 1 of these. It's going to be totally up to you, whatever you decide to do. This can either go on the back right here if you want it to go on the back, or it could go right here in the center right there. We'll kind of decide as we go along. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing, oh, and then on this one right here, so what I did is I got the box and I laid the box on top, and I went ahead and measured the box, and that's the measurements for the box. Okay, and I did, you do want to do colored paper so that you can see through, and I did use double-sided tape. I'm sure you can go around, I would go, if you were going to glue it, I'd go around the edges and do it around the edges probably, or you can do it on the seams. If there's a way to do it on the seams, you could do it on the seams, okay? And then also what I did was I got this piece of paper and I went ahead and marked it where, once it's on here, so once this is centered on here like this, or however I decide to put it on there, I already marked it so that this just lines up right there on there, okay? So that will line up right where it needs to go for that, okay? So let's start assembling. Okay, so first of all, the first one you want to do, well, we can do these first. So let's go ahead and put these on. This one is going to be the back piece. And then this one's going to go on the front piece. Okay, so let's do the back piece first. Now, the back piece, you're also going to have to put your little closure. So I also did that. I just put a little area where I wanted the closure to be. So you just kind of decide, ahead of time. I did it, I guess it would go like that, yeah. So it's going to go like this, or like this. Yeah, like that, sorry. So you're going to score it where I have the score marks. You're going to put it on the first score on the left-hand side of this. So we're going to go ahead and put this on. And like I said, you just want to mark where you want to put it. And kind of mark it more inside so that this cover piece covers it. Okay, so you want to do that first score line. Match it up right in between. Oops. It's fine if it's a little off, it doesn't really matter. Okay, and go ahead and make sure it's on there nice and good. And then I'm just going to pull this off because I did put double-sided tape on there. Okay. And then I already have this all set up with tape. Usually I would just glue this. If you do see some edges that you think may come up, and you just want to make sure that, once you put glue, you can see that on here that I didn't get it all the way to the edge. You could put just a little bit of glue in certain spots. And then you can also put a little bit more glue in the middle if you wanted to. Okay, so now we are going to try to, I'm going to have to turn it just a little bit so I can see in front of the camera. Okay, I guess I'm going to have to put right there. Okay. So this is where this is going to go, right here. Okay. So that's the first two pieces. And then this piece right here, we're going to go ahead and get this one glued on here. My nails are a mess. I don't know if you guys have ever had to clean the inside glass that's inside an oven. And it's not the glass that when you open the door you see that glass. There is triple glass. There are 3 pieces of glass, you guys. It is so hard to get in there. I broke a nail. I scraped up all my nails cleaning it all off. Oh, it's just, it is a chore. But I'll tell you, having YouTube is definitely a blessing, because there was a couple things that I didn't realize where they went back, where they went back when you were putting it back together, because my husband's the one that took it apart. So YouTube was wonderful to help me with that. Okay, so we're going to put this one on here like this. Just like that. Okay, so we have the front cover part and we have the back done. And if you want, you can always, you know, decorate. If you have some more of this paper, I can always go and make a copy of this paper, and I could put this paper on the back if I wanted to. But I think I was just going to leave it blank, because most likely if I wasn't, I would have already decorated it. Okay, so now this piece right here is a seam, and you're going to match this part with this one. Okay, and if I'm out of frame, I apologize. It's just I'm trying to look around the camera to place it. Now this one, I am going to need some glue. And another thing too, when you have tape, you could put a little bit of glue on that tape, and it gives you just the slightest bit of wiggle room so that you can slide this before it dries all together if you need it to. So I'm just going to kind of bunt that up against there and make sure it's even on there. Hopefully it's even. It looks like it's pretty even on this side. Okay, so go ahead and make sure it's sticking pretty well. That's a little bit over, but you know what? It doesn't matter. It don't have to be perfect. And plus, if you wanted to hide an imperfection, this is just the, I'm going to go ahead and glue this pocket on real quick too. If you wanted to hide that imperfection, you can just line this if you wanted to with some Nuvo drops or a pen, you know, just put a black marker on there. Okay, so I guess I'm going to do this more towards the bottom. Okay, so let's just go ahead and make sure this is on there pretty good. I got a little bit of glue on my hand, so I don't want to touch because you'll see glue everywhere. There's a different little tool that I use for this, but it's in the other room, sorry. Okay, so then you get your little pocket on there, and it has a little opening so that you can tuck some stuff in there. And then we have this one area right here, which I didn't put any glue strips. So I am just going to wing this one with some glue. And before you put, just a suggestion, I would suggest to do all this before you decide to put the box on. Okay. And then this is going to go right here in the center. Just going to try to line it up like that. Okay. All right, and then let's get all this out of the way. One moment. Okay, so then the back, I already have the glue on here, the tape on here as well. Let's just look at it one more time to make sure. So I have that little area right there where I would try to match it up right there. So I'm going to turn this around like this so that I'm able to see where that area, I'll be able to see where I'm going to line it up, and I'll be able to see how much room I have on each side, okay? So let's go ahead and get all the tape off of here. Okay, and I'm going to put some extra glue where I don't have the excess tape at. Because this is going to be a little bit more heavier. So you might want to pull out the big guns and use a little bit more, you know, different kind of glue to make sure that this stays on. Which I am going to grab the big guns and grab some of the silicone just to make sure. Okay. Perfect. Okay. And then we're just gonna, like I said, we're gonna line it up right here. Look on both sides. Press it down. This is, well, I don't know. Maybe, let's see. Let's see if this will, I bet that might work. I was just gonna wonder how I could press it down. This might work. So you have 6 little individual holes. Excuse me, not holes, holders. I said holes because I just noticed a little hole right there, which most likely, let me see. I'll have to stick something over there just to hide that little hole. Here's some stickers. Wonder if that one will fit. Yeah, it's kind of out of the way, way too much out of the way. Let's go ahead and just put one of these little stars right over that little hole. Is there any more holes? I do not see any more. Okay. Oops, wrong side. So you just go ahead and make sure that that glue sticks well. And of course, you definitely want to let it dry. And it might be a good idea just to put something heavy on top of here, you know, just to hold it down. Make sure that it stays and dries very well. And then you're going to need either a magnet or some Velcro for your closure. Okay, so it's up to you. If I did put a magnet, because I already have the paper down, most likely I would probably do something that would fit over this whole area right here, or I could do like another, if I wanted to do another piece of paper, I could put another piece of paper over here, and then I could put the magnet underneath and then hook it to here, or I could just do Velcro and have it with Velcro like that. And so you see right there, you got a little bit of a space in between there. So if you wanted to add some, well, I don't know. I was going to say if you wanted to add some bling, but I don't know if you could actually add some bling because of these 2 little spaces right here. I don't know. But I think it turned out really cute. So that is my little tutorial for today with this cute little box, gift box. And I want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you. And of course you could decorate it any way you want, but I will see you guys all on the next video. Bye guys.